I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long. Just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home. Stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, closing in. I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better.
On my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah. Better when I wanna get better.
Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Let the past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine. Yeah. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gardner on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Darnold now to throw. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's into space past the 25. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A good pickup there, 22.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Here we go, set.
Throwing again is Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Steelers' 4-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Fighting his way through contact. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Seahawks, first down.
Walker with another carry.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. He completes this to Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On play action, it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ernest Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd and 3. In motion right is Austin. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and it's still to give up the middle. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and a couple. Running left, it's Warren. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A handoff for Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, the ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he stopped immediately there. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Lumen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We go set.
Back to throw here. They'll get this with the Cup complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 43, here's 2nd down at a yard.
At the 43-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
We go set.
Darnold down to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
On the counter, it's Gainwell. And space tough to come by there, so we'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and the other run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Steelers.
A 4 receiver set here on 3rd down. They're going to spread the field and make you play sideline to sideline, make you defend every blade of grass. Good spacing there offensively as they get the completion and the 1st down.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
The 43-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
How about how they spread the field in their formation? All those receivers running around, and not a single one of them finds a window in that zone. Great communication on the back end. Everyone pointing out different guys in their assignments. And guess who pays the price? The quarterback as he gets dumped.
Under pressure, they got him again. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
319.
They toss it to Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Throwing is Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
We're outside.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 38.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Darnold. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Reset.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise that it was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Here we go, set. Reset.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in his first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Williams in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on the 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a pickup of 6.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play card where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 28 yards. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Rodgers. That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
4-yard gain.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll send Austin in motion right. Running game working. they'll stick with it on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Rodgers now to throw. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawks defense. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
On fourth down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here goes set.
Sticking with Walker on second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
At the 41-yard line.
Here goes set.
Back to throw, Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They're calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a
a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Corliss Waitman now,
as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. Now back to throw.
And complete to Smith-Njigba.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the 50, it's Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Bring money up to a whole nother level. From low, no better. When I got rich,
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
The extra point now coming from Myers. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Rodgers. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10, 36-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's one. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Short throw to Smith. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on the punt. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Darnold now to throw. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's good.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
To the air again, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw is Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Now it's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And they they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
7 yards.
Throwing is Rodgers. Open man once again, it's Thielen. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, first of all, obviously, what a great play to get in there and block it. But how about their awareness to scoop it, have the nice return, Charles? Talk about a momentum swing. I think we just saw it right there.
I love the description because they didn't just stop at the block, which was a big play in and of itself. The scoop and return to set their offense up for points, this could be a huge swing. Not just 10 points, but the momentum that goes with it as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. Now Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And you see it there, whiteout conditions remaining in effect as we are back for the second half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
and that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10. At the 22-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Rodgers now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Now a 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And it's 3rd down.
Rudolph now to throw. And he is caught. Down to the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, 66 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We're going to set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We're going to set. Reset.
They run again with Walker. Fights through him. And out across midfield down to the 45. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And complete to Smith-Njigba. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Darnold now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Darnold. And will be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you won't find it again, do you?
Yes, you do.
You're hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now Rudolph. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ernest Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Set.
To throw is Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, set. Set.
Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Darnold to throw again. Another completion for Cup. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now it's Darnold. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal.
Here goes set.
On second and goal, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Eric Sommer from 8 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now it's Rudolph. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes this to Walker.
Darnold's pass complete to Kenneth Walker. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 9.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
We go set.
Now Darnold. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Derek Harmon
In there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field.
A last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Rudolph. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Rudolph looking to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Side. Right side.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Here we go, side. Right side.
On third down, it's Walker. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, Steelers.
Here's Rudolph on play action. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Short throw to Smith. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Rudolph. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Taken in at the 11. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guy.
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Go side.
Off of play action, Darnold. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 44.
60 Bison.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, I think this one would arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Faking the give, Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And he's going to go down again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Here's Austin. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Second down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rudolph looking to throw it.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Play action. It's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Duggar just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Rudolph now to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good for the Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Back to throw, Rudolph. There's a screen with Gainwell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Rudolph throwing again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches are looking for effort.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Under pressure, they got him again. Ernest Jones dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Rudolph. Completes it to Austin. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. Now it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Calvin Austin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Steelers 22.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To throw is Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Side.
Now it's Darnold. Pushes past him.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Darnold. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now Rudolph. And he finds Austin complete. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Rudolph. Short throw to Smith. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Give him the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Here's Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That one will
set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well,
remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They'll get this one to Cobb complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Here's Rudolph. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rudolph looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with a deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. On the return, it's White. There's a nice move. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Looking to put a drive together.
We're going to start.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off of play action, Darnold. And now here's another interception. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Mafe. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 4th down, desperation time for Rudolph. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They fake the handoff, now Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Rudolph now to throw. This one finds Austin outright. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pushing his way through. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Go set.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's it.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. To throw is Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 9-yard line.
Here goes set.
Straight ahead, Walker. He can't get him down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Rudolph. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But his linebacker's just having one of those days where everything he does is working. I think you got to get a running back in there to help block, double team him, do whatever. Because right now, he's having a ball. Multiple sacks in this one. That one, the quickest.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Steelers send out their punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Darnold.
He completes this to Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now it's Darnold.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw to Smith. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Rudolph.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs.
Now Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Rudolph. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down in the yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now run to Lumen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leonard Williams. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
We go set.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
We go set.
Here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
We go set.
And they'll run on third down with Charbonnet. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.